Yeah, what else you guys been up to in the past? Fuck. How long's it been?
I don't even know.
How long's it been?
It's already fucking September, and I just August has been a blur for me.
Yeah,
it's good. August sucks.
Yeah, it
August
does.
in Japan is fucking miserable.
There's two typhoons we had as well during that time, and the weather's,
unfortunately,
weather's just been horrible.
It's getting to the point where every time you hear a typhoon, unfortunately, you're like, fortunately, but unfortunately, it just never hits Tokyo. So you like stock up on stuff, and then you get up, and it's just like it is obviously a little bit windy, a little bit rainy, but luckily we haven't had like the brute force of some of the videos you sometimes see of like typhoon stuff.
Oh yeah.
Have like, cause I've never been in like a massive like fucking storm before, and I feel like unfortunately I'm one of those dumb NPCs that, you know, you hear something and you don't take it seriously until it's like right at your doorstep.
Yeah,
and I know it's like a bad habit, but it's, you know, I remember I saw a video once about a guy who got just stuck in a tornado because he had a tornado warning, and he's like, it's probably not gonna hit my city. And it turns out the fucking tornado like formed over where he was, and he couldn't find like shelter fast enough when it fast enough.
So he just got sucked up.
Basically, he tried to get in, and he'd had to just grab onto like the door handle.
Holy shit!
Yeah. Wow. And just start praying to God.
That's like some Twister shit.
Yeah, right.
God damn.
That's fine. That's
scary.
The typhoons weren't that bad in Tokyo because I mean, obviously they'd made land in like Kyushu, so did a lot of the damage there.
Yeah.
It looked pretty bad.
It had mostly dissipated by the time it had come to Tokyo, but it was still like the rain was pretty damn heavy by the time it got here, and it was like back to back as well.
I just feel like Japan has so many societal issues like already plaguing it, like just trying to get its economy in order. And on top of that, they're like, every week there's a new stage hazard.
Oh
for you to experience.
no. Now there's a fucking doomsday clock with.
The Nankai Trough?
With the Nankai Trough,
which
what started that piece of news?
Like it's when the giant magnitude 7 quake hit Miyazaki.
Oh, okay.
And people were like, "Oh,"
and it's also because of how plates work, right? Because they slowly creep, and then
but
every
like
time they like, you know, an earthquake is them when they slip, right?
Yeah.
But so the plates are constantly moving onto each other, so it's always going to happen where there's going to be one big one.
Yeah, exactly.
We just don't know when.
Yeah, but I think they got into the news like semi recently where they seemed like there was like a definite date range.
Yeah, because historically, I think like 100 years ago, or like when normally there is a quake followed by a megaquake. It's normally how it works on that like, trench, I think. So,
so in case you don't know, like in the news cycle recently in Japan, there's been like big news about this megaquake that is apparently going to hit Japan within the next 30 years, roughly a 70% probability. Just to add insult and injury.
Am I crazy? Like, I feel like I'm like, all right. I feel like I'm the only person who's kind of like apathetic about it.
This is literally the Gone Typhoon thing, where it's like it's because you haven't experienced one.
Oh no, like by the way, I know for sure it'll make me shit myself and shake me up when it happens.
Yeah,
but I feel like worrying about it is so unhelpful because like all you can do is prepare.
I agree,
and it's like when I see people who are like they like reply to my tweets like, "I'm coming to Japan next week. Oh, I'm so worried about it." And it's like, okay, that's cool. So I'm here 52 days of the year, or like 46 weeks of the year. I think, don't worry about it, all right?
Yeah.
On the numbers game, you're fine, you know?
I feel like the moment you start to worry about like, oh, I can't live in XYZ location because of XYZ natural disaster, then it's like you can't really fucking live anywhere at that point. Like I
don't know, but I feel like
you're living in fear at all times.
I mean, Joe. I feel like there is some level of risk that comes into.
Of course.
Like, you know,
we were also pretty good at turning places that don't have natural disasters into having them.
What do you mean?
For example, there are places where we had like no natural disasters, and then we're like, let's just build some pipes out of lead and let's make it so we just can't fucking drink any water here. You know, we just make that.
I wouldn't call that a natural disaster.
That is the complete opposite of a natural disaster.
Oh, unnatural. Sorry. So well, we're good at making disasters just full stop. Like we have like Chernobyl and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna just fucking shit up for ourselves. So I feel that like I'm not too worried about it.
I mean, I don't know.
So I take it you haven't taken any preparation just in case. This
I have
megaquake.
preparation.
What's your preparation?
I got like those. I got a giant battery that can be powered by a dog shit solar panel. I have a bunch of reserves of food that would last like 3 weeks. I got like 12 2-liter bottles of water. That are
How much of this came about just because you had the fucking, just because of your streams that you're like, I need all of this shit anyway for my RV and stuff like that.
The battery with the giant battery. Yeah, I got that. That's literally a generator. Like you can like power a house.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, luckily, you know, because there's a lot of money to be made in obviously just selling these disaster kits.
Yeah.
So you can just go on Amazon and just someone basically puts it all together for you.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah.
can just buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it gonna taste good? Probably.
Well,
fucking
no,
not.
it's a survival kit, right?
Is it gonna be the best, coolest thing ever?
Yeah, you're not going to be in a fucking earthquake shelter eating filet mignon. Like, it's a fucking survival kit, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
But like, I think that, you know, if a disaster did happen, you know, as long as you are safe in the moment, you know, it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
What were
I
you
think
gonna say, Joey?
Yeah.
I was saying, like, I've always consciously been like prepping this. Like, ever since I moved to Japan, this was like one of the first things I did, just because like
You just prep. Just
you know,
prep.
my
and you'll be fine.
family's been very heavily affected by like the 2011 quake before, so
Yeah.
it's like I know firsthand what it's like to be in a shitty situation where a natural disaster, you know, fucks your day up.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I've always been like prepped for this kind of stuff.
But I don't know why people really enjoy getting like doomerish about it online, and people love talking about it and getting worked up about
because the internet loves doomery.
Well, it was just a headline because like okay, sometimes you hear something like, oh, Yellowstone is going to like scheduled to erupt sometime within the next 100 200 years. When is can you Google when Yellowstone is like scheduled to erupt? Because most of the time when you hear this like doomsday clock kind of thing, it's like, all right, that could be like next generation. I don't need to worry about that. But like with
that's for my children.
Yeah. I just feel like shit's gonna happen in your life, and you just have to prepare where you can and just roll with the punches.
But like
I'm sure it's gonna fucking suck if we get that megaquake.
1 in 730,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like with the Nankai Trough, everyone saw, wait, 70% chance in 30 years? That's when I'm alive.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
But like,
Okay.
okay, let's say that's 100% chance in the next 30 years.
Yeah.
What good worrying about it for the next 30 fucking years? What is that going to do? You know what I mean? Like just buy your survival kit.
Yeah.
Get your shit ready. Understand good practice, know where your evacuation points are, and then you're covered.
Yeah.
Like, why waste so much energy and so much time worrying about it?
Well, that's what I've been saying. It's
when
like
you
if
could go
you're-
out and have some fucking beers with the boys. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Well, that's what I've been saying. It's like if you're constantly worrying in fear of like a natural disaster that may or may not happen in your lifetime, then it's like you're just gonna have a fucking bad time. Like at all times. It's like, okay, look, if it happens, yes, it's going to suck. But as long as you're like properly prepared with everything, then, you know, for the most part, I think you'll be okay, and, you know, you'll make some kind of recovery. But if you're constantly like, oh, fuck, I don't want to go outside tomorrow because the Nankai Trough might hit, then it's like, then, bro, like, I don't know.
Or it's like when people are like, man, I heard some people like canceled their travels to Japan.
I saw that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I was like, your drive to the airport is way more dangerous than any other aspect.
Absolutely.
Of this. Like, and obviously we're really bad as people at like understanding like
we are.
the risk and being able to put it into that frame.
Yeah.
Because it's like just telling a person who's scared of flying, just don't be scared of flying because this car is way more dangerous.
Yeah.
Like obviously I understand that's not how that
Yeah, but
works.
sometimes you just have fears. Like I will
for
always,
sure.
like, you know, I'm always going to fear swimming in Australian seas because there's like, for example,
Skill issue.
I'm like, there are so many more things that can kill me there, and it ain't even the sharks that scare me.
What's
it's
the worst that's going to happen? You're going to step on a stonefish?
Yes, Joey. Yes. You know what? I'm probably more likely to get like killed by being struck by lightning, but the stonefish, the box jellyfish, all
Okay,
that
look,
shit.
If I die, I die. But I trust math so much. I trust math with my life.
Yeah.
I'm a gacha player. I don't trust math. I will find a way.
The ocean is scary.
0.5% is basically 100%.
That's it. You mean it's not 0%? That means
Look,
there's a chance it's going to happen.
The ocean is scary, but it's fucking huge. So I'm like, you know what? The odds of a fish being around me, probably not, like a fucking jellyfish, probably not that high.
But you know a way to make that 0%?
Don't go in the ocean.
Don't go in the ocean, right?
But like you can say that about everything. Like I could be like, gone. The optimized way to live your life is in a concrete bunker. You can't. The chance of getting skin cancer is 0 if you never see the sun.
Yeah.
like, obviously that's not true as well. But like you know what I mean. Like it's all about like. There's like a good like mathematical unit that explained this. That was like every single aspect of your life that you do or like risk that you take adds like a unit of like death to your life. Because like by collectively doing all of these risky things, you are making your life like deadlier. So like driving every day like adds a unit. I forgot what it was, like units of death. It was really interesting.
Right.
And it was a much more interesting way of looking at risk of dying.
Micromort.
Yeah, micromort.
Micromort.
It's like, so you instead of like looking at like your chance of dying on one drive, it's more like the chance collectively of everything you're doing in your life adding together.
So if you drive every day for the rest of your life, then that adds on to it or whatever, right?
I think so at least.
Can we death max this?
Yeah, like 100%. Like if you went to work every morning paramotoring, I think you would be maxing out your chance of dying. Right? And then you
death max challenge.
You paramotored across the ocean to your oil rig. You didn't sleep, and then you slept in a solitary confinement white room.
That's what they should make a raw dog challenge or raw dog death maxing. Just don't do anything with your life.
So like, look, what is this? Like, you get a unit per day. So like, look, depending on which country you live in, you get extra units.
Oh,
so
I
like,
see.
What is it? Like all causes first
I like
day
how
of
murder
life.
homicide is part of that as well.
Oh, for sure. Scroll up. Sorry.
Scroll up.
There was one that was kind of interesting. All causes. Yeah, look at this. So
All causes.
So look at this. By living in England and Wales, you just have what is that per day? 8,000 per year. Wait, what? So you have like more chance of just dying by being in England and Wales.
Is that true?
Oh, no, sorry.
No, other way around.
Other way around. Sorry. Oh no. All causes.
All causes.
All causes.
You have a higher chance of just dying daily from living in the UK than being in Canada or US.
That makes sense.
Like, isn't it like?
I see.
So it adds up. It's basically a ticking like clock of like.
I would also.
So they're comparing daily and yearly deaths to the daily and yearly population, and then making a ratio from that.
Because every day you're alive, your chance of dying is higher.
Yes.
Right. So, which is funny, right? Which is funny.
Bars.
So,
I'm alive right up until I die, baby.
Because
I'm gonna live till I die.
Because you are just subjected to more things. Like
Yeah.
more drives you take, the closer your chance gets to like
That's
being in
interesting.
that car crash. You know, like it's morbid to say, but like when like I have an unadulterated love for math, and I trust it wholly.
Oh yeah, so there's like scuba diving, paragliding, skiing.
Yeah, so think about it. If you have like a
skydiving.
max of 100, and like every time you do like deep caving, you add on 10. Like eight per jump.
But like with these,
So you can be like, look, doing a week of skiing is the equivalent to like half a skydive of dangerous.
No.
Yes.
Wait.
And it depends what country you do.
Because with this shit, you're like, all right, how much is skill involved? You know, if you're just a bad skier, that odds that goes up.
God, you can't clean up every death like of a sport accident as a skill issue.
I could be a skill issue, man. It could be a skill issue.
This is where math beats your skill issue, Don. Because like, look, those toddlers that you ran over skiing, they didn't have a skill issue involved in it. They didn't get a say.
If anything, you had the skill issue.
It was me with the skill
what
issue.
I'm trying to say is you could be a godlike skier, minding your own goddamn business, and a Gaunt fucking railroads you.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Yeah.
And look, if you did paragliding in Turkey, it is more dangerous. It is the equivalent to doing like 9 skydiving jumps in the US. Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty wild.
So just do 9 skydiving jumps in the US and be like,
I lived, bitch.
I lived. That's all I need, baby.
But like when you, I think when you start to like look at these numbers and look at death more so as like a ticking clock that eventually like just ticks over. It's just a
Yeah.
lot more comforting.
I can't believe we're gamifying death.
We're not gamifying. We're just trying to make sense
Well,
of
we're
it.
like quantifying.
That is kind of like, yo,
But I love that. I think
Yeah,
that's
it's
so
it's
awesome.
fucking cool. It is
Like,
cool.
a YouTube challenge should be like, how high can I get my death number in a week? Actually,
Death maxing for a week.
Death maxing
Yeah,
for a
look.
week.
So like, what is it like? Roughly 1. So like, traveling 6 miles by motorcycle is the equivalent to walking 17 miles.
That doesn't sound right.
Yes, that does sound right.
In
Because motorcycle is
in
very
terms of how
dangerous.
you can die.
Yeah, I thought
probability.
motorcycling would be way more dangerous than
Yeah,
walking
but
17
think about how
miles.
quickly you do 6 miles on a motorbike. You're on like a highway.
Yeah.
Your 6 miles is like what, a couple of minutes?
Yeah.
17 miles of walking is hours. That's like 10 hours of walking.
Yeah, but like,
That's a
Yeah.
massive difference. That's like minutes versus 10 hours.
I would have thought the ratio for motorcycle accidents would have been like way higher.
Yeah, well,
I don't
look
know.
at the ratio between car and motorcycle. It's 230 miles to 6. That's
I love how it says 20 miles by bicycle.
yeah. That's
well.
that's like 40 times more dangerous on average to be riding a motorcycle than car. So we did a Hawaii special.
Yeah.
For every 6 miles, I didn't even like have one tick during the entire thing. You know what I mean?
Where's
You know-
golf cart? I don't see golf.
Where's golf cart?
Where does that fall?
I like
Look,
how
bicycles
jet
back-
airplane.
Like bicycles also pretty bad. So like if
Yeah.
you scroll up,
yeah, I
like,
saw it's
by-
like 20 miles.
yeah. So
by bicycle.
10 miles or wait, why is it traveling 10 miles?
10 or 20.
Wait, why 10 or 20?
I don't know.
How does that fucking pick a lane?
Well, let's take the middle and say 15. 15 miles.
Okay, my cyclathon, we did 1,200 kilometers last time. So like I was putting on crazy death.
So you could have died about 100 times.
Yeah.
during that.
Yeah, which is the equivalent to doing not that much by motorcycle. Not a whole lot of motorcycling.
Not a lot.
One day of motorcycling.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Damn.
I mean, I felt it. I felt like several places where I could have died during the cycle.
Ascending Mount Everest gives you 223 ticks of death.
God damn.
Like, you know what I just...
I mean, I don't have to see it quantifiably to know
Yeah.
that that's dangerous. Like,
Yeah.
it's fucking Everest.
But now, why would you have to put a number on it? Now it just makes it like quantifiable.
Because
That's just facts, bro.
you can just
No,
take...
no. I just like,
Oh my God.
once you put a number on it, then you can gamify it. You know?
No, Ron. That is not how probability works.
Now I'm curious what my death number is.
you
this-
can't,
know?
you can't
No,
gamify
okay,
probability.
God. Okay, so
Yes.
if I tell you, you have out of the next 100, any given chance of you crashing your car when you drive it is 1 out of 100. That doesn't mean on the 99th one, you're like, all right, I'm done. The next one, guaranteed. Boys,
No.
that's not how that works.
I know it's not. It's just.
Oh, I love
It's
all these other ones. Ecstasy MDMA, 0.5 micromorts per tablet.
Woo.
Rising to 13 if using other drugs.
It's just
Wow,
funny.
we
to
have
see.
COVID ones now.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
COVID ones. Yeah.
Damn.
At age
Holy
10.
shit, you
at
can get
age 25.
50,000 if you're over the age of 85.
Yeah. Bro, you're beating the odds then.
Bro, he's
Man.
more
But
maxing.
also like this also helps. But it, like, cause some people, I feel like they were so, how do I say it, selfish with COVID, especially young people. If I heard the difference in like mortality was 1,000 times like more deadly
Yeah.
to a person who was like older, I think to maybe some people that'd be like, damn, okay,
Yeah.
that's a bit different.
Yeah, I should be careful. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just funny how, put a number against something and like a lot of people are just, because,
Getting the vaccine is 3. Oh, don't tell that to the anti-vaxxers.
yeah, no, I was just curious what the average, what the average person's number is. And then
you scroll up, you see.
and then you calculate your own number and you're like, damn, am I a high risk individual?
Is there like a
Or am I-
micromort calculator?
Yeah, a
How
micromort
would you even
calculator.
gather that information?
You just fucking make it like a survey or
look,
something.
So scroll
Yeah.
down. Yeah, per year,
Yeah.
from living in the England and Wales, you were getting 8,800.
Yeah.
8,800
Yeah.
per year.
Now, that doesn't mean that like living in England and Wales is more unhealthy. It just means on average people are dying younger. So,
Right.
Damn.
Or they're just leaving the country, you know.
Yeah, that's
Like, I'm
Yeah.
resetting my
Yeah.
micromorts, boys.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
outie.
Yeah. Because this is how we get people interested, just add a fucking number to it.
Hell
like,
yeah.